149 pounds, champions of their conferences. Sammy Sasso is 16-0. Austin O'Connor, the number 2 seed for nationals last year, says he's been waiting for this. He's won 26 straight coming in, and another great 1 versus 2 matchup here at 149.
I was just getting ready to say both of these guys have been waiting a long time. Austin being third 2 years ago, Sammy Sasso coming onto the scene last year, and then the NCAA not happening. The 1 and 2 seeds, we've been looking forward to this clash all week.
And both guys have similar styles. They're tough in the top position, get out quickly, and they can put people to their back. And in the ACC finals, Austin O'Connor was on his back, gave up a 6-point move. You don't see many guys come back from that. He wrestled Andonian from Pitt, was able to go ahead and come back in that match and win the match. Showed me a lot in that one. And Sasso is dangerous, difficult to score on, and he can lock you up. Very similar style to Jaden Ireland with his defense. Lock you up in the cradle and put you to your back.
We're at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Mike Cousins along with Tim Johnson, the Hall of Famer. Jim Gibbons, championship coach and wrestler. Quinn Kesnick as well. Reporting from the floor, Sasso and O'Connor. Sasso, the number 1 seed this year, the 9th straight year where Ohio State has had at least one number 1 seed into the championships.
Both these wrestlers have similar styles, and they really wear down their opponents mentally. There's a lot to react to in 7 minutes wrestling both these guys.
I see a lot of ear-to-ear action. Sasso breaking free from that tie. And just like what we saw early from that last match, straight on doubles to maybe create actions, maybe get to one leg, go after 2 to get to 1, create a better angle. And you do that because you're confident that somebody's not going to get around behind you. They're good at defending go-behinds.
Action, guys! Action, guys!
Austin O'Connor from North Carolina, looking to be their first champion since TJ Jaworski in 1995 as he finished off the last of his 3 straight championships.
30.
Coleman Scott, champion himself, his head coach, AOC's, says that Austin holds himself to a very high standard, and he holds the rest of the team accountable in practice, on, off the mat.
One thing O'Connor has been able to do is kind of stay out of that right-handed underhook. Sasso likes. He likes to go with the over tie there, come back and hit the underhook.
4, 3, 2, 1.
149 pounds here, our 3rd match of the night. Our first 2 have seen Penn State victories. They've got 4 into the finals and already 2 winners. At 157 coming up next. It's a very intriguing matchup. A lot of history in the Carr family at Iowa State. Jesse Della Vecchia out of Rider, their first finalist. And Wenzel from Pitt against Shane Griffith. Tim, who's had an intriguing path just to reach the finals.
An 8th seed in the finals. Shane Griffith representing the Stanford wrestling program that we'll talk about more. It's a dream scenario for Shane Griffith. But right now, Sammy Sasso, tough on top. You got to be careful on the bottom with Sammy Sasso.
Yeah, it looks like trying to sit up that cradle to get the right leg in. O'Connor pretty proficient at being able to get out from those legs.
Wrestling there. Both guys improve. Both guys improve.
Time hog right now for Sammy Sasso, gaining riding time.
Yeah, he's got to see how that left hand over his ankle right there. So that's almost like a set of locked hands around that waist. Gets his hips back up over the top. I like what O'Connor's doing here as far as not keeping his knee away. He's keeping his head away from his knee. Sasso has a pretty good cradle, but you see he's still working it. Sasso working that head around,
Improve. Both guys
arm around the head.
Improve.
We're going to call it a stalemate. Yeah. That far ankle is what kept Sammy Sasso from
Keep working. Let's
falling down on his hips. And
yeah, O'Connor's read the scouting report. He knows not to get his head too close to that knee. Again, like we saw before when the Roman Bravo Young match in that 0-0 first period, the guy that's in the top position, they want to go ahead and get as much riding time as they possibly can. Gives them alternatives to be able to go ahead and win matches in riding time.
O'Connor is on the board with the escape, 1-0. The redshirt junior from North Carolina.
A lot of pressure on the back of that neck. Sammy Sasso will punch you in the back of the neck until you're sore.
Never worked that underhook. That's the first time he's been able to get to that move, and then O'Connor digs out of that and gets out of that position. So both these athletes, wrestle at this level, you got to be able to attack the body at either upper body, lower body, but right, left. They have attacks to both sides.
Good job. Good anticipation.
Sammy Sasso in the black singlet for Ohio State, working in pursuit of their first title at Ohio State at 149 pounds. So we talk about Penn State having won 8 of the last 9 championships before this year. Tom Ryan led his team to the 2015 national title. That year, Hunter Stieber at 149, 0-2, so 2 and out. Sasso trails 1-0 against Austin O'Connor. Coleman Scott, the head coach for North Carolina, only 34 years old. Tim, you mentioned his national championship back in 2008 at Oklahoma State.
Both these coaches doing a nice job. I think Tom Ryan has had one of his. That's a great escape. O'Connor's a monster on top. Nice job by Sammy Sasso keeping his riding time.
That's the important thing in a scoreless match. That's why you want to try to ride as long as you can in that scoreless match. It's paid off for Sasso. Now he has riding time. O'Connor has to come to him.
Yeah, I would have guessed, Jim, that 9 seconds wasn't enough. I was thinking that Sasso would have liked to had about 1:20, and so he made it enough. Nice escape there.
Being national champion, you've got to learn how to do these difficult things because the window's closed.
Use this whole time. Use the whole time.
Getting out in 7 seconds is huge in this match. Now Sasso looking to hold position in the light blue center there. The NCAA logo.
Yeah, Sasso's so comfortable in close matches. He is not uncomfortable in adversity in close matches. He's won a lot.
Let's see how he circles back to the center of the mat. He doesn't get pushed off. He circles back. Now leg lace working position. O'Connor has this pretty tight. He's able to go ahead and get the head on the mat there. That's 2.
Really slick by O'Connor there. Big time takedown.
An even bigger move as he goes up 3-1 and takes Sasso's riding time under a minute to eliminate that potential point right now.
And there's a warning on O'Connor because he did move off of that position, but he'll take that to get a new start.
And we talk about the adversity. Sasso's facing it right now.
Stand on the mat. Good. Good. Stab on it. You good?
So Sasso gets cleaned up.
You're down. Clean hands. 30 seconds.
There's no lack of belief in either of these wrestlers, so what a last 32 seconds here.
Sasso was able to get out pretty quickly. Nice job of following by O'Connor.
Green. Green.
Gets the escape.
21 seconds. What's his go-to move? Sammy Sasso needs to have it.
When he gets arm around the leg like this, he's dangerous. He comes up and gets to that double. He's in good position. O'Connor, pretty solid defense, staying on his feet. He dives and gets the far angle.
He's got it. He's got it. Yes, he does.
No call, no call. There's a brick thrown from the Ohio State corner. 2 was never signaled.
They do not call it. It looked like he had the foot trapped.
Stay on the mat here, guys.
Yes, he had that left foot of O'Connor covered. We'll see if it's enough. There certainly was plenty of time left when it happened.
Great effort by both wrestlers.
Certainly.
So that foam block thrown from the Ohio State corner is a coach's challenge.
Take a look at the right foot, or left foot of O'Connor. He's got that right there covered. That's an interesting and tough call.
Yes. I mean,
right here, take a look at the left foot of O'Connor. Gets it right there. Let the head to the outside.
And with the coach's challenge, this goes to the replay review center in the bowels of the stadium. Multiple angles there, Quinn.
It is triggered by the brick being thrown. It goes underneath. They have 4 angles, and this is a independent review of that call.
On the mat is confirmed. No takedown.
And Austin O'Connor of North Carolina is the school's first champion since 1995.
That's a head on the fight.
What a match between those two guys.
Great resiliency by both. Great effort there with that takedown in the 3rd period by O'Connor, and he gets his championship.
The hard-fought road through the Atlantic Coast Conference. He won 4 Illinois state titles at St. Rita High School, goes to Chapel Hill, and now joins his head coach, Coleman Scott, as a national champion.
Look at Coleman's nothing more exciting than watching your guy do it. Good sportsmanship by both guys.
Quinn?
You said growing up, the one thing you've always wanted, always, is an NCAA title. What does it feel like right now?
It feels amazing. I knew I had the coaching staff behind me. I was ready to go after it. I'm excited.
That was as tight a match as we've seen. The key takedown was that inside Merkel position. Describe what happened.
I mean, I just kept wrestling through the position. I knew he could scramble. I was going after my attacks. He likes to wrestle from the outside. I like to wrestle with hands on, and that's what was open, and that's the opportunity, and I took it.
It's been a long time for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, it has. It's been a real long time, I think 25 years, and I'm glad to finally get it done again. We knew it was coming. Long time waited, but it's here.
Congratulations, Austin.
Thank you.
Mike.
There is power in belief, and Austin O'Connor is proof of that. A long wait for everybody in this tournament. O'Connor was the #2 seed at the Nationals that got canceled last year. He comes back here as the #2 seed and proves he's better than that. He's #1.